So if you missed part 1, we took all the rubbers out and we knocked all the beams out. In part 2, we replaced all the rubber bushings in the walking beams, and when we found a crack starting in one of the beams, we ground it all out and we welded it up. I guess the next thing to do is throw the beams in.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up, put some punches in here, then we're going to lift the other side up and install it first. Beauty. So we'll get this.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
So we'll get this side in now. Alright, so the whole beam has to come towards me.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay, do you want to pry the axle then? Go up top?
Yep.
So if you look right here, there's a massive gap here and no gap there. So you got to pry it forward. So pry this axle forward, and then I can slip this in here. Yep, keep going. A little bit more. Whoa, hold up. Looks pretty good. So we'll take Brandon our 1-inch punch, we'll stick them in here and drive it all straight. Okay, can you go to the other side?
Yep.
And pry it forward?
Okay.
Okay, pry it forward. As much as you can. Yeah, right there.
There we go.
So this axle has to go forward. Lower. Oh, too far. Oh, go up. You got it. Keep going. Go there. Good. Keep going. And first side. At least these beams aren't too heavy. Perfectly lined up.
Actually bang on though, eh?
Well, it's supposed to be. We'll find out in about 2.5 seconds. Yeah, somewhere in there. Okay. Wow, that couldn't have went any better. All right, now the last one will be horrible.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you can ever install a good one without having the next one worse.
Sounds all right. Man, that's really clear.
What's that?
The beam, like, centered wise.
Yeah, we'll have to pour to power everything around.
An inch and a quarter out. So you want to put that one in, or you want to go home?
Was it 5? Oh, it is 5. Let's see how bad it is. And
Yeah.
oh boy, it's bad in every way, shape, and form. Should have put this end in first. Because it's bad twisted and it's bad front and back. So yeah, let's go home.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll take the other side out. It might be wise for us to take. I think it'll be wise for us to take this side out.
Okay.
Because it's out by like 5 or 6 degrees.
Ooh.
And I think it's going to be enough. It's going to be one of those ones where you just drive it and drive it and drive it. And
Yeah.
we might actually, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good test to show people how we un-F up an F'd up bushing. Because I was off by like 5 degrees. So, oh, we're still recording. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day and we found a solution to our problem. And you can see now that these are perfectly lined up. So if you follow the beam down, you can see all we had to do is just drop the end down a couple inches and it got us the angle that we were looking for. So now we can put our shim in there. So the issue is I gotta move it back and get it in at the same time. Can you just push it towards me just like a tiny little bit? Yeah, oh, too far. Yeah, somewhere around there. Perfect. So I had to hammer a screwdriver in there to push the bushing back to get it lined up so I can get the shim in there. So we're gonna install the auxiliary spring. We're putting all new fresh bolts in it. All we did was take it apart, clean it up, and we're gonna reinstall it. Can you give me a hand to assemble that side?
Yep.
Because it's awkward. Make sure you always put your spacer plate in here, because if it's missing, you really should replace it. If not, it'll actually cut this auxiliary spring in half, and it'll fall out on the road, and then you're at a couple $100. All right, can you reach that?
Yep.
That good?
Yep.
This one's gonna be a
Yep.
difficult one.
Go by an inch.
So we got 7 inches here. We got 6 inches here. So you want to stick the porta power in there again. So what we should do is we should get this one in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave that in there. We'll get this side in, and then we'll port power and get the other side in.
Okay. I'll just put pressure on it so it doesn't move.
Yep, perfect. So we're actually installing an upgraded version. They actually have these little tie bolts that go through here and tie the two rubbers together. It's supposed to make them last longer. It's supposed to be more durable and just be better in general.
Yeah. Aluminum things.
We need a thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We actually just let it hang inside the thread there, and it should keep it up in place so that when we go to put it together it doesn't flip and flop and fall around. Okay, so you want to pump that up then?
Yep.
And we'll get about what? 6.5. Right about there. Give that a shot. See what happens.
Wow.
Okay, I need another 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm in.
I am not
No?
way out. I'm like half the bolt out.
Can you drop it like that?
Nope.
Push it in. Nope.
Nope.
Can we use a silver bar to try that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, no. try the upper bolts first.
Nope.
I don't want to peel my threads off either.
Yeah. If I can get it up here and then slide it down. You hooked in the plate? They usually hook it slide.
I could probably get mine in if I pry it. Yep. These things are always a pain in the ass to get in. Now I'm a half an inch out still.
Give it a pump.
Yep, give her a pump. I'm so close. There you go. I'm in.
I'm in as well.
We'll just have to be really careful when we let it down so we get all the bolts lined up into these slots and stuff like that because they're kind of all over the place. Other than that, we're good to go.
Are you ready?
I am mostly ready. Okay, I'm ready. I can do a little prying over here. So set her down. Okay, hold up 1 sec. Oh, these ones are going in nice.
Nice.
Yep, except for that one. Let her down a little bit more. Okay, hold up there. Something a little fishy. No, it's going in. These are all going in. Yeah, I'd say let her down all the way. Okay, that side's good. This side's out. That side's good. And this side. Here, hit this side down. That one down?
Yep.
All right. It's so close.
I'm saying move.
Is that pretty much all the way down, or all the way?
Yeah, the jack's just about all the way down.
Okay. I just want it at the bottom. There we go. So why am I being fussy? I'll show you. See, all these bolts have to be in their bottom resting position so that when you put 40,000 pounds of weight on it, it doesn't just jump down and then might knock all the bolts loose, or it might snap one of these little studs. And then you got to pay for a whole new suspension all over again. And that's not very good. So we opted to replace this entire assembly because it had been rubbing on here. You can actually see where it's mushroomed down a little bit. And it was worn out so thin that it was like less than half the thickness of the original material. So we replaced it, and we replaced the top plate because it was worn through from this upper auxiliary spring here. So put new ones in. Oh yeah, look at that clearance now. Before we couldn't even get that out before. Put that in. And we'll do the same on the other side, like always. I'm gonna slide these bolts in here. And it's really important, make sure you put 5/8 bolts in here. Last person put 1/2-inch bolts in here. Sure, it makes them easier to tighten, makes them easier to install, but you know, doing suspension work isn't about how easy it is, it's about doing a freaking proper job here, man. Like, look how hard these bolts are gonna be to tighten. So I gotta put shallow socket universal extension on here and hold it while it's vibrating around. But like I said, it's not about how easy it is, it's about doing a freaking proper job on it. So we'll get these on at the bottom here. So let's put these little nuts on. And then we'll just do a tightening sequence for you guys. Nice little time lapse. You don't have to watch every single moment of us tightening these for the next 10 minutes. So yeah, there's like 75 bolts we have to tighten here. So, tip of the day. We have a tip of the day. Okay, tip of the day. I forgot to do my tip of the day. So whenever you're tightening these, if you actually just go straight on them, you'll snap them off. So what we do is we turn our air gun down all the way, and then we put a universal and an extension on it, and that cuts down the power like 75%, and then you can snug them up gently, and then we'll torque them. So there you go, all new rubbers installed in the beams. All new rubbers installed in the centers. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Nice slugging job. Lots of rust, cleaned it up, make it look real good. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time. All right, have a good day. Bye.